There you go.
That's wonderful.
That's a good thing.
It
That is-
is. Yeah, I would love that. Good morning, all.
Morning, Mamie.
So is it 9:02? The meeting is now open.
And we are now live on YouTube.
Okay.
All right. So you have in the room Parks Director Brian Bailey, County Administrator Brian Stutt, and Stephanie Carlson. And I guess you'll start with a roll call.
Yes, please.
Commissioner Yarborough,
Present.
Commissioner Harrison,
Here.
Commissioner Hinkleman,
Here.
Commissioner Scott.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Thank you all. I don't have an agenda. I can't see it. I don't have it on my other computer. So can we?
I'll leave you, Mamie. So we need the approval of the August 6, 2020 minutes.
May I have a motion, please?
Commissioner Harrison, I make the motion to approve the minutes.
Commissioner Scott, second.
Thank you very much. Any questions, corrections, additions? Would you call the roll, please, Annette?
Stephanie?
Commissioner Yarborough,
Yes.
Commissioner Harrison,
Yes.
Commissioner Hinkleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes.
And then the Parks Equipment discussion is next under your committee business.
Okay. I read that. Would you go ahead, make a presentation to us, Mr. Bailey?
Well, we had two substantial donations come into Love Creek last year, and one was from a $10,000 donation from a family fund who has contributed to the park for a number of years. The other donation that came to us was from an October bicycle event we had at the park, the Bike Michiana Coalition.
The fat break, is that the fat tire?
No, it was it was on the trails, on the road. We had about 400 participants, and we generated about 9,500 for Love Creek and for the Bike Coalition. So it was a substantial event. We earmarked half of that $10,000 donation for some technical equipment at Love Creek, meaning security cameras and a projector. That leaves a balance of about $15,000 in donated funds.
Okay.
And we have scrutinized every expenditure since the pandemic in the Parks Department to reduce our costs. But these funds, in my mind, are different because they're donations, and we want to continue our partnerships with these folks. And it's my advice or inclining to invest in cross-country ski equipment that we've had on our list for a couple of years, and now is an opportunity to do that. I think our partners would appreciate it. I do know that one of the families that donated $10,000, they're out there regularly whenever we do have ski conditions. And I think the bicycle folks would support that as well. So it's just something that I'm recommending. The staff at Love Creek is also recommending. Our boots are cracked, our skis are getting old, the bindings are breaking. It's time. And it's been time for a couple of years.
Okay. And your board, the Parks Board?
The Parks Board is going to plan on, we're going to try to meet next Wednesday for the first time since the pandemic. So
Okay.
we can get some advice and counsel from them first, or the difficult thing with cross-country skis is the uniqueness of the product. As far as a bidding process, we may go with a rosin no ski, but when we tried to purchase these a couple of years ago, there was a large contract that they wanted us to sign because we were getting them at wholesale cost, and they thought we may resell these skis. We're not going to do that. We're going to rent the skis. So we had some issues with purchasing the skis. And that's why I'm seeking a waiver to just go with this particular company, Elon Skis, that has skis, boots, poles, bindings, everything that we would need.
Yes. I read the information and I would like to ask our committee, do any of you have any questions of Mr. Bailey?
It's Commissioner Scott. Brian, I have one, Brian Bailey. I'm sorry, Brian Bailey. I have one question. So basically, all of the cost of these skis is going to be picked up by the money left over in the donated funds. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So this is a zero cost to the county and the parks budget.
Yes, I mean, the money, it looks like it's either came in from fees or the millage, but it is a donation.
Right, but
And-
what I'm saying is that this was not part of your budgetary process for this fiscal year we're in right now.
Correct, we never
This
know.
was
if we're
not
gonna
part
get-
of that. So this was off of donated funds. So it's a
That is
zero,
correct.
basically a zero cost to the county on the budgetary process.
Correct.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I needed to know. Thank you.
Other
And
discussion?
Bailey, how old are the existing skis? Any idea?
Yeah, we purchased those, I believe, in 2009 or 10, so they're about 10 years old. And Love Creek is a very popular destination because we're one of the first areas as you head north to receive any snow for cross-country skiing. So we do have a substantial amount of rental equipment that goes in and out of those doors. Every day we have skiing opportunities.
Well, and the rental user, they're historically kind of tough on skis.
Yeah, and then, Berrien County and Berrien County Parks has always prided itself on high-quality parks, high-quality experience. And again, we want to continue that with high-quality equipment. So that's one of the reasons we're recommending this purchase.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, Chairman, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Hinkleman, any thoughts?
No, I'm perfectly good with the explanation. I think that it's a great idea.
Yes, and I read the information and all too, and you said its boots are cracking and different things, and so I think it would be good. Will you have a plaque or notice or something up saying that these are purchased through your donations or something like that?
Yeah, we would, it was our intention, whether or not we have another bicycle event this fall. But if we work on this purchase now, we should be able to get these skis by early October. Whether or not a bike event we wanted to showcase the new equipment so that people that participated in those events last year can see how we invested their funds.
Yes,
And then as we're moving along this process now, I don't know if we need authorization today from you, but I recommend that whenever we can, we sell the old equipment at some type of an auction to the public so that they have an opportunity to buy the old equipment, and that can come back to us as far as purchasing other equipment for the park as well.
and I saw that you had a couple of things to do. And when you said online, I didn't know if that was that company we deal with. We never get much money, but to actually put them there for people that come to buy them, I think that would be a good publicity thing, as well as hopefully more money, for them.
Sure. Yeah, regardless, we'll do a press release with the new equipment and let people know that we do have new skis that were purchased with donations.
So what do we need to make a vote? Oh, you have something, Commissioner
I
Scott?
have something else. Just a comment, Madam Chair.
Yes,
Brian, I understand the old equipment you had just said about possibly selling that. My question to you would be, did you ever consider, or would you consider donating that to school systems to get more younger kids or people involved in cross-country skiing. That might not be a bad idea for the county either, that we've donated our used equipment to a school system for cross-country ski teams or something.
That's certainly a possibility. I don't know how donations work.
Right.
You know,
It's just something that came across me rather than trying to sell them that, I mean.
Yeah,
good
that would
gesture
be
type thing.
nice.
Yeah,
That would be something that they never thought to do.
right. And that was just my thoughts. I mean,
Sure.
it has nothing to do with that. What you're talking to us now is a net zero on the budget to purchase these, and I'm perfectly fine with it. And if this is what it is, I think basically what you're asking for is approval for a sole source purchase. Correct?
Approval to purchase and sole source, yes.
All right, I'm fine with that. Thank you.
Yes, that's good thoughts. What do we do? Make a motion or just give our agreement?
A motion.
Okay. May I have a motion, please, to, that the Parks Department can purchase new skis with the donated dollars?
I will make that motion, Madam Chair, but I would make a caveat to that, if that would be okay, that we allow this purchase to go through sole sourcing.
Okay,
This is Commissioner Harrison. I'll support the motion.
thank you. Any further discussion? Would you call the roll, please, Annette?
Commissioner Yarborough,
Yes.
Commissioner Harrison,
Yes.
Commissioner Hinkleman,
Yes,
Commissioner Scott.
Yes.
Thank you. The motion passes. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Next on the agenda,
Yeah, the bid opening's next on the agenda. I went up to get Jake and he was tied up with something. He'll be down as quick as he can.
okay,
So that's what's next on our agenda. You'll see Robert Ray just walk in the room. That's because Building and Grounds is one of the bid openings that we're going to be doing.
okay,
And then the road department is the other one. Oh, and here's Jake right now. Good.
okay.
And Mr. Robert, may I comment? Don't be feared, it's just a beard.
Right.
Yep. It's a mask extension.
Yeah. Jake Whitaker?
Yes.
That's your, hello.
Hello.
I was determined to know your whole name. We will, thank you. You sent me those sheets. I think that's how I got them. I don't know. We can look at what we put the bids out for, and the bids were opening today. If you'll tell us.
Okay, yeah, so the first bid is for road department, and that is for the tree removal, and that's bid number 61.
Okay,
And we sent it out to 8 people, 3 of those responded, and it looks like 1 must have found it on the internet, and that would be the Tree Works Inc., because we did not send one, but they sent us a bid back.
okay.
So the
See,
first
you
bid,
sent out to 8, out to 8, and you received how many?
3 of those 8 responded, we received 4 total.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So this first one is from Tree Works, which is the Coopersville, Michigan one. And their total is $83,150. The second bid is from Williams A1 Trees, and they're from Dowagiac, Michigan. Looks like they split it up into 2 areas. Area, okay. So they have it split into 2 areas, so let me add it together real quick.
Jake, it's supposed to be by area, which is why they're giving it to you by area. 'Cause
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay, well, area 1 is 42,625. And area 2 is 43,625. So that's 86,250.
And the other one is not split up by 2?
Unless they,
Think about it now.
oh, yes. No, they have everything, wait, it says same as area 2. Okay, so the first one, I think each area is 83,150. It says same as area 2, and then it says see area 1, so.
So it's 160-something thousand, you're saying?
Yeah.
I mean, what, 2 times 8, 8,300? Oh, no, 8, never mind, 8.
So that would be 166,300.
Okay.
Up next is Hurst Tree out of Baroda. Okay, so their area 1 is $44,075. And then area 2 is 34,615. For a total of 78,690. And this last bid is from CHOP, and they're out of Grand Rapids.
How do you spell that?
CHOP.
Okay, thank you.
Alright, and their area 1 is 50,100. And their area 2 is also 50,100, so $100,200.
Would you tell me where CHOP is from?
Travis from Grand Rapids,
Okay, thank you.
and that is all of the bids for that bid
Okay,
number.
It's kind of worrying me. On that first one, their bid for each one was truly 83,150 each.
For,
Tree Works.
yeah, let me bring it back out.
Now just look at it real.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it says area 1 total bid 83,150, and then at the bottom there's a note that says same area 2. So
okay,
then area 2, it doesn't have a total amount, but it says the same area 1.
okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Jake Whitaker. May I have a motion, please?
Do you have the verbiage for the new motion?
No, I don't have it with me. If somebody would read it, I would motion what was read.
That's got it.
Motion to refer the bids to the department with the approval to move forward with the lowest bidder if they are an approved responsible bidder that meets specification and requirements. Communication from the department must be submitted to the finance committee in the event that they want to move forward with a bidder that was not the lowest bidder to provide justification and obtain additional approval.
So I'll make that motion, Madam Chair.
Commissioner Harrison will support the motion.
Been moved and properly supported. Any questions or discussion? I want to ask, is this like a general bid so that when there are trees that need to be cut or that have fallen across the road or something, you call these people and they come and do it? Or is there an area they mean to do and clean out or something? Road Department, can you tell us?
Hi. So if there are trees that are too large for our crews, call them and have them remove those trees. So it's usually on a tree by tree basis after the foreman has assessed it.
Okay, would you tell us your name for the record, please?
Carrie Bennett.
Okay, we'll add that too. Yes. Any other questions? Then would you call the roll in that, please?
Commissioner Yarborough,
Yes.
Commissioner Harrison,
Yes.
Commissioner Hinkleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I would like to suggest that somebody from the county, at their earliest opportunity before our next finance meeting, if they could send the finance committee the actual bid specification, or not the bid specifications, but the motion specifications that we approved, so that we have those and can print them, and then we can just read them off.
Okay, well, when you look, there is the original request for bid that was sent
No.
out. We do have
Madam
that.
Chair, it's the motion that we
Oh,
have to
okay.
make, both of those motions that we
Okay,
approved in finance, one for the general county and one for the road department.
yes,
Yes,
okay.
thank you.
Yeah, I'll get that to you today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yep. So you do have one of your bidders, I'm guessing, are you one of the bidders for the road, for the pavement?
Yes,
Okay, so is it Schemberger?
yes.
Schemberger Asphalt is now a representative in the room for the next bid opening, which is 2020-062 Niles Asphalt Ceiling.
Just a minute. Wait a minute. What is it? This is not the cleaning and crack filling, is it? Is something different?
No, it is.
What is
It
it?
is.
bid?
It's cleaning, crack filling, seal coating, and striping
Thank
at
you.
Niles Courthouse.
Okay, I do have the request for proposal or something. Bid results, Niles Courthouse.
Yep.
Okay, would you begin? Go ahead, Mr. Little.
Okay, so we sent this out to 3 vendors and 2 of them responded. This first bid is from Arndt Asphalt. For a total of $10,400. And the second bid is from Schemberger Asphalt.
And Annette, you say he's on the line?
He's actually in the room.
In the room?
We're still at our attendance, so we're good.
Okay, thank you. Schemberger Asphalt.
And Schemberger is also for $10,400.
Okay. May I have a motion, please?
Madam Chair, I'll make the motion. If Stephanie will read the motion, please.
The motion is to move that we refer the bids to the department with the approval to move forward with the lowest bidder if they are approved, responsible bidder that meets specification and requirements. In addition, we authorize, this is a road one, right?
No,
This
this is
is
a
a
second
second
round.
Oh.
So communications
Security
department
warfare.
shall be
Okay.
submitted to the finance committee in the event that they want to move forward with a bidder that was not the lowest bid to provide justification and obtain additional information.
Thank you.
Okay,
Madam Chair, I'll make that particular motion.
thank you.
This is Commissioner Harrison. I'll second that.
Thank you very much. Any questions, discussion? Would you call the roll, please? Oh, yes?
Madam
someone?
Chair,
Yes,
this is going to be odd because I don't know how this is going to be disseminated with both bids coming out at 10-4.
go with the date. I would think if they both fit I was thinking about that, if they both fit the criteria and the motion, that the one that we received first.
I don't know.
I saw that on TV.
Do they flip a coin? They just flip a coin then if they're the same?
Yes, that too. There are a number of ways that it will happen and it will be fair and
We'll have
right.
to check with their policy, the financial services director maybe, we'll have to consult with him to have, to see what they do in that case.
Uh-huh. I can't really
Would-
see that.
Any other thoughts? Would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Yarborough,
Yes.
Commissioner Harrison,
Yes.
Commissioner Hinkleman,
Yes.
Commissioner Scott.
Yes.
The motion passes. Thank you. And thank you for attending, Mr. Schemberger.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Jake Whitaker.
Yep, thank you.
We do have a full moon discount, $100 off. Just throwing it out
Just
there.
saying.
It is posted, it is in the flyer every month, so maybe that'll make a difference.
Take care. Yeah.
We'll make sure that you guys get some communication either way on how that goes.
What's next on your agenda?
I'm checking for public comments, Mamie.
Hey, Annette.
Yeah.
I do want to ask the committee a question while you're checking for public comments. To the finance committee, this is the first time we've had a bidder physically attend during the COVID-19 outbreak. Technically, we haven't been allowing the public into the boardroom to watch meetings. We didn't exceed 10, so there was not a problem, but I'm wondering if this committee would be okay with us posting on future bids that all bidders are required to watch remotely.
I'll comment first. I think that might be the way to go due to the fact that a lot of times we get bids that go out that are 5, 6, 7, 8 bids that go out. And if we start right now allowing bidders to come in, I mean, I don't think we've ever had more than 4 that I can remember in a finance meeting for a bid opening. But even 4 would have put us over today if all 4 came in. So maybe it should just be that administrators policy, I guess, that all bids are closed in-person opening, and that they have to be watched on the Zoom or on the YouTube or whatever.
And that could be with the request for proposal, couldn't it? That statement of how they could see it.
Yeah, that's just my opinion.
John, Bob, any concerns with us just getting notice out to future bids that they just need to watch remotely?
I don't see where you're taking anything away from them. They're still able to see what goes on and then comment through to Annette. So I don't see it as being any real big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not opposed to the idea of keeping them on video. I'm kind of an in-person guy, and so I've got to be honest. The Zoom meetings are filling a need that we've got right now, but they're I much more appreciate doing things in person. And so I don't know. I know that with the commissioners right now, if we would like to be at that meeting, where you're at right now, Brian and Stephanie, if we'd like to be in the meeting, all we have to do is contact Annette and find out if there's room for us. And so I don't know that they should have any less privilege than we do if they would like to come in and track down their bid, see it to the bid openings. So I'm fine either way. I personally, I much appreciate in business face-to-face and a handshake, but I realize times are different right now. So whatever you decide to do is fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
And I checked public comments about 4 times, and we're good on public comments. Just some comments about maybe you should draw straws or or that kind of thing about the bid opening. So that's all. There's no public comments.
Thank you. Are there any other things that we would like to talk about? Any other things, Stephanie, on the agenda?
No, that was it.
That's it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here, being there. You, Brian. Brian, you have anything you want to talk to us about? Are we still on Zoom? Are we still open?
Yep, we're still in.
Okay.
I have one
I don't have
question.
anything else.
Commissioner Scott?
Yes, I have one question, and this is directed towards Annette. Annette, are we just going to put it in our calendar that from now on, until further notice, our finance committee meetings will be at 9?
Yes, so if we're actually working on with the other committees as well to try to come up with some kind of a schedule that'll work for them to meet as well. I mean, you guys are all used to having all days Thursdays, right? But we can't do all the committee meetings at one time because of having to go live on YouTube. So we are working on that. But for example, next week, we don't have anything on your agenda specifically. We don't have any bid openings scheduled for next week, which kind of leaves an opening. So like I've reached out to the administration committee and said, do you want to have a meeting next Thursday at 9 o'clock to kind of give them one? Because we don't really have any business for you guys at that point. But yes, the 9 o'clock I think works better. I mean, this really, really went well, and we're gonna be more than enough time to get off.
Was Chris gonna come next week or?
Oh, you had Chris for the bid. I did not think of that. Okay, so maybe.
But I thought you delayed.
Chris
He
Swihart.
was gonna come this week, but I thought.
Oh,
it was supposed to be
I'm
next
sorry.
week.
I
thought
forgot
you were
about
talking
that.
about
Yeah, that he needs to come back to you guys, Brian.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
Madam Chair, Chris
Yeah.
Weihart from IS was reviewing the bids for the information services contract. Due to the power outage that occurred this week, that delayed Chris on getting his bid recommendation wrapped
Okay.
and ready for this board.
Okay,
We do need to get him back in here.
So, finance will be meeting next Thursday at 9 o'clock. And we'll have to figure a different time for admin committee, I guess.
okay. Next Thursday, 9 a.m. The date is that the 20th?
Yep, that's the 20th. And so
Madam Chair,
sorry.
Huh?
Madam Chair, this is Commissioner Scott. I have another question more based for Annette.
Okay,
I understand, Annette, what you're trying to do to get all the committees to see whether or not they have any business that has to be done. And I applaud that. I would like to point out something though, that it might be a problem, maybe it's not. But with the Finance Committee, if we had to meet, let's say on a Wednesday or something, because administration or PHS has to meet on a Thursday or whatever, is that going to do anything with bids coming in for any jobs? Are those bids due days before Thursday, or are bids coming in that are due by the Wednesday by 4:30? Then we couldn't have that bid opening. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know how that is, and maybe we should look into that little aspect of it.
Right, so that's the reason why we were kind of leaving you guys on Thursday morning, because you're right, the bid cutoff is Wednesday at 4. And we weren't.
That's
we were
what
gonna
I
try to-
thought. And I thought, well, if that's the case, then that would put it back a week, just to give admit or PHS an ability to meet where they could probably meet on Wednesday because they don't have any bid openings that are due.
Right, and the only reason I went with next Thursday was because I checked with Jake to make sure that you guys don't have any bid requests coming forward at this point, and you don't have any bid openings either. And so that
Okay.
was the reason why I thought, okay, well, if, that works better for them, but we'll just figure that out.
Just to complicate things even more, I've talked with Chairman Curran about the next admin committee actually taking a walking tour of the Friend of the Court. Friend of the Court is going to be asking for funding to do some major remodel. Before they had that conversation, Jim's agreed they will go to Friend of the Court and actually walk the site. We're tentatively looking at Wednesday at 9, so I think we're okay. But I've still got to get in touch with the other committee members to make sure they're willing to do that.
If, for our next meeting, if we just have Chris coming in to, clarify that last bid, might it be appropriate to get an update also on the mainframe conversion as well as the jail project? If we need other stuff to use our time, because we have not really had an update on either of those projects, and they're such big ones. So just a thought.
yes. And
Okay.
because you all were talking about that the other day, I think you're betting on which one will be ready or done or,
Now, there were no bets placed, Madam Chair.
nope, I
We
didn't
would
see
not-
anything passing changes. Gambling is legal in Michigan sometimes. Not a thing.
Madam Chair, I have another question for the administrator. If you would be so kind, during our other committee meetings that we had the other day, there seems to be a need for a possibility of a new computer program in the county for the administrator and the administrative staff. Would you be able to get some input on that and have Chris look into that? And maybe that can be discussed next Thursday. I knew you would be shaking your head yes.
To the committee members, I had a bit of a mental breakdown yesterday when I realized that we had no Adobe licenses within the county. Additionally, there was no Wi-Fi in my office, so
Oh,
It
my.
was, Chris was very patient with me as I called to complain to him. So yes, I'll connect with Chris to have him provide an update on status of the mainframe. I'll connect with Todd Johnson to get you all an update on the status of the construction at the jail. And then while we have Chris here, I'll ask him to give a talk about what kind of costs would be involved with the rollout of the Adobe Pro software for departments, possibly just department heads, or possibly just your administrator. So we will be ready to have that conversation.
Thank you.
I think this is so important, and we have a minute to talk about it. Administrator Dissett, look at the things that we might need. I think I've tried to pull the Bible up before and it wouldn't come on the computer. We're blocked out of a lot of things. There's one thing that happens to me, I want to know, how can it be? And Annette, listen to this. I tried to move the agenda for the finance meeting to my iPad, and it says you cannot do that. It won't let me move, I want to put it from M. Yarbrough to Comcast so I can be able to look at it, and it won't let me move things, but you can move them. So is it a secret word? I just there's some things that we need to be able to do. I'm not going to give this to the Secret Service or anything. But I have 3 computers, and I'd like to be able to, and a phone to be able to see the agenda on one computer and, conduct the meeting on the other one. So there's some things or some stops that we have. I wish you would look at, Administrator, that says, since you understand, the system better than I do.
It is my goal to avoid having to send 12 attachments in a single email, so I'll work with you to make that happen.
Okay. Thank you. Anything
So now
else?
so your agenda, I just sent you guys a revised agenda, and in the announcements was that the admin committee will be next week at 9. So I'll be sending out a revised agenda again, and then I'll change that to finance committee, so it'll be on there.
Okay.
I'll do that as soon as I go upstairs.
Okay. And I thank staff for attending the meeting, Carrie. And Brian is gone, but I thank you all. And so now we will adjourn until 10:30.
Correct.
Yes? Thank you all.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Stephanie. Annette.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.